All right, we ready? Yes, no, maybe
Yes,
so.
yes.
All right, so we're gonna record today to show everyone at home how we make our hashtags. Okay, hashtags only for when we're doing reading, not when we're doing edit and revising. Okay. All right, so our story today is called Barkitecture. Okay, so there's 5 paragraphs on the first page. So how many hashtags should we have? 5, maybe 4, because paragraphs 3 and 4 are a little bit shorter, so we might be able to combine those. All right, are we ready? Okay. There's a new house in the neighborhood. Although smaller than other houses, this new shelter is definitely the most interesting. Okay, I'm going to underline new shelter, because usually when they talk about a house, they really don't say a shelter. A sunroof allows the sun to warm the house during the winter months. A spout collects fresh rainwater. A decorative awning hangs over the door, providing protection during rainy weather. Who is the proud occupant of this house? A dog. Underline that. In his new Barkitecture house, he's the luckiest pup on the block. So remember, the hashtag is maybe 2, 3, 4 words about what that whole paragraph was about. So think about it. What could we hashtag that paragraph? And remember, the whole point is that when we go back to our story, if I just read the hashtags, I'll pretty much know what the paper was about, what the story was about. So what can I hashtag that one paragraph? What do we think? Aaron?
Like the shelters, like the house shelters.
Okay, so a house is a shelter. Who's living in the house?
Dog.
Okay, so we got to ask ourselves, who or what are we talking about? The dog. What about the dog? Living in the dog house. So did they pretty much tell us what a barkitecture is?
Yes.
Okay, it's a real quick one. So hashtag dog house. Anything else? So that pretty much tells us, oh, someone reads a barkitecture. Oh, look, it's a dog house. That's what barkitecture is. That easy, okay? That easy. It just told us what it was. Okay, ready? Paragraph 2. The process of designing houses for dogs is sometimes called barkitecture. Go ahead and underline that. This term comes from a book by Fred Albert titled Barkitecture, which shows some of the most amazing dog houses ever built. Special dog houses are now built and sold at barkitecture events to raise money for animals in need. Architects, people who design buildings, plan and build many of these dog houses. People who want dog houses bid on the ones they like best. The people who make the highest offer for a certain dog house gets to take it home. Okay, what was that paragraph about?
How to get it.
Okay, how to get the dog house.
Other dog houses.
Okay, are they talking about other dog houses or just like other, what do you mean?
Like other.
Wait, let him elaborate more. What do you mean by that? Because if I put hashtag other dog houses, what else could I put?
It's talking about what it means, like the meaning of it. Like it means like making dog houses. Sometimes we build.
Okay, dog house is someone built. Who else has an idea?
Yeah.
Gotta wake up. I know it's after lunch, but
It's just what it is.
let's see. It's talking about the process of designing houses came from a book called Barkitecture. They're small dog houses. They're built and sold at events to raise money for animals in need. Architects build the houses, and people who bid on them the most get the dog house to take home. So where are they sold?
To other people.
No, where are they sold? Where can I go buy one? Special events. Only at special events. So we can write sold at events. Maybe we can write to highest bidder. So what I'm saying here, table 4, are you listening? I can't just go to PetSmart and say, I want one of these special barkitecture houses. They're going to be like, yeah, we have dog houses in the back. Okay. They don't sell these type of dog houses at stores. They're sold at special events, and only the person who bids the highest amount of money will get the dog house. So I'm pretty sure they're probably going to go for a big amount of money.
$20,000.
Maybe. I mean, look how fancy that one is at the bottom. Okay, let's do 3 and 4 and see if we need to break them up or we can do one big hashtag. Ready? The money collected during Barkitecture events is given to organizations that provide animals with food, shelter, or medical care. The money also helps animals in need by paying for pet adoptions and teaching families how to take care of pets. What did that whole paragraph talk about?
Like what it does for you? Yeah. Like what does it do?
What does what do for you?
The architecture?
No, read the first sentence.
Oh, money. The money that collected.
The money collected. So when they collect the money, like this guy bought the doghouse for $20,000, where does the $20,000 go?
Into the like supplies they need.
It provides animals with food, shelter, medical care, pet adoptions, and teaching families. So where does the money go? Let's just write hashtag money. Money goes. Let's do that. Money goes. Shh. I need everyone to answer, not just 2 people.
Okay.
So I'm not going to combine it because paragraph 3 just talked about money. Let's see what paragraph 4 talks about because it's still a little short. The features of Barkitecture doghouses are not often found on typical doghouses. Some Barkitecture doghouses are designed to resemble log cabins or even famous buildings. So now it's talking about what? Thank you. How they look. So let me wait because I think paragraph 5 might continue on that. Let's just hold on. Let's see what paragraph 5 says. Any type of building material can be used to make a doghouse for such an event. Builders choose materials. Okay, so what is paragraph 5 talking about? The material. So let's label or hashtag 5 materials. And hashtag 4 design. Maybe how they're designed, right? Because they said it could look like log cabins or famous buildings. And you can see that one there at the bottom. They gave us a picture of one. It looks like a little log cabin for 2 dogs. It's a fancy little dog house.
Fancy.
So if I go back real quick on my first page, I know that Barkitecture is about a doghouse. They're sold at events to the highest bidder. I'm going to know where my money goes. I'm going to know this talks about the design, and I'm going to know this talks about the materials. Okay? So I'm going to go back to 5 and reread it. Any type of building material can be used to make a doghouse for such an event. Builders choose materials according to whether the doghouse will be used indoors or outdoors. Some people, go ahead and turn it. Some people use recycled materials to build doghouses. The only rule is that the doghouses must be practical. I see that underline. So you can either highlight it, circle it, make a note of it, because they're probably going to ask me about that word. For example, so they're giving you an example of what practical means. A house made completely of chew bones might be cute, but it also might be eaten rather than lived in. What does that mean?
Don't eat it.
So, right. It has to be practical. Like, oh, I made that whole house like out of the doggy chew bones. Oh, it's so cute. But yeah, the dog's going to chew on it the entire time. Okay. Yeah. So there's another house down there. All right. We already did 5. Let's go to 6. Ready? What is it mostly about? Ready? Barkitecture events offer a variety of enjoyable activities. There are areas where dogs and their owners can play. People from pet adoption organizations set up information booths and distribute helpful materials that explain how to care for the dogs. At other booths, the pet owners can buy treats such as chicken chip cookies, chicken liver brownies. Guests are treated to a doggy fashion show featuring pups modeling outfits. And of course, the dogs can test out the different houses. So what is that whole thing telling us about?
Like things you can do at the tournament.
Good. Things you can do at the event. Not really a tournament because they're not competing for anything, just the event. So things to do at the event. So it's not just houses. They have adoption things set up. They have areas for the dogs and the owners to play. They have different houses, so maybe the dogs can try them out. They have different treats, so everything for dogs. Yes, Erin?
paragraph. 2 has the bit underlined.
Okay, we'll go back to it. Okay, and our last one, ready? Architecture events are becoming very popular. Some of the fancy doghouse designs have been featured in newspapers and on television. The designs can be seen on the internet too. The imagination and creativity of the people who enter the events are also recognized. Ribbons are awarded in categories such as Best in Show, People's Choice, Kids' Choice, Most Environmentally Friendly Doghouse, and Most Unusual Doghouse. Next time you hear about a architecture event in your area, you might want to attend. You'll be amazed at what you see, and your canine friend will enjoy it too. What should our last hashtag be? How famous it is?
Persuading us, like saying that you want to go to.
Okay, well, that would be the whole theme of it. But just this one paragraph. So Lyric said maybe about, what'd you say again? Okay, how famous it is. Do we agree with that? Because they talked about that it's in newspapers, it's on TV, it's on the internet. So we can put maybe famous. Yes. Or popular. That what? I'm sorry.
I got another question.
What?
When it says like special things they could be made out of, does that mean like anything special like the White House or like the houses could be made out of?
You mean like what it can be, what it can look like?
Yeah, because it says special.
Yeah, special building. So maybe they can make like a miniature White House. It'll look like a little White House. I mean, what does this one remind you of?
Like a space shuttle.
Exactly. It reminds me of something you would see in space. So
It even has the satellite.
yeah, it has a little satellite. So guess about, I mean, if you're the one making that thing, it's obviously going to take a while. So of course they're going to be pretty expensive. All right, so now that we did all our hashtags and we found our words that they're probably going to ask us on, then we can go and do all the questions, okay? Now, when you have a word that's underlined, I mean, we already found it, can you use the dictionary?
Yes.
Yes, remember that you just go grab it when you need it to answer the questions. All right,